Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.
7 Mile Radio.
Yo, another Hidden Hand Truth Talk Nation moment. This is Judo Awoke Ace.
T. Mizzle the Great.
And we got Mark from 7 Mile. What's popping?
What's the word, fellas?
Man, sorry about last week, man. What you already know, man. We got some crazy stories to update y'all on.
Hell yeah, man. You know how it is. About to go down once again.
Right. But what's been going on, Mizzle?
Not much, man. Just been, working hard, man. You know what I'm saying? End of the season, so a lot of parties and shit going on.
Right, man.
Getting back to school and shit. Kids going back to school.
Book bag drives, all kind,
Yeah.
reunions, all kind of stuff be popping in August, man.
August, yep.
Games coming on, you know what I'm saying? A few games was yesterday, man. Ohio State boys and Michigan boys played.
Michigan State played, what, Friday night?
Friday night, yeah, they whooped them. They whooped Central Michigan, wasn't it?
Central Michigan, then Michigan played Colorado State.
Right, they got
their ass out,
41-3 or zip, some shit like that. And Ohio State played Notre Dame. That was a nice game, though.
Oh, yeah. Nice opening weekend, you know what I'm saying, for sports, college football. Then we got the NFL starting next weekend.
Right.
See what the Lions going to do for us, you know what I'm saying. You got to have high hopes for the Lions.
Every year we go through this, man.
So, all you can do is just root for them, man.
Every year, man. They're going to be straight. They're going to be straight. Every year, man, into the middle of the season. Like, man, these niggas some bums.
Ain't shit.
Man, fire the coach.
But you know what? We still got to, every game be sold out. You know what I'm saying? We still tune in each and every Sunday. And you know what I'm saying? We just hope for the best.
Just don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
because everybody's still buying tickets.
Or the fours. That's the fours.
I'm sorry.
Tailgate.
The fours. My bar. Yeah, so as soon as long as we still buying the tickets, they not gonna give a damn about us winning.
Yep, tailgate.
They not gonna give a damn.
I think they fed up though this year because the daughter, man, she like, man, we the laughing stock of the league. We gotta win some games. So she took it over. You know what I'm saying? And kicked her brothers back out to the make them EV cars. You know what I'm saying? Just work on that. You know what I'm saying? But man, what else is popping, man? Mizzle, what's popping?
Not much, man. Like I say, man. I just been caught up in the sports and the gambling,
right.
MGM, the FanDuel, trying to win a couple of extra dollars on the side. It's
put
hard out here, man. Shit.
I put my little bets in, man. I be putting them dollar bets in.
Yeah.
16 parlay. On the dollar, 50 cents on a 20 parlay.
Just hope for the gusto, man.
I put $10 on every 2 weeks, man. $10, man. Let it stretch.
Me, I spend a little bit more than that, man.
I done hit off a little dollars here and there, man. But I ain't hit in a minute.
Hey, it's fucked up. We just came through the blackout.
Right.
Power outage.
All right, let's get into that, man. The power outages, man. We got the pick from Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson, Mississippi, right now is telling the people you can't stay here. You might as well leave because we don't got the water might not come on for months.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna have no water. I think Mark said he had a meme or something. It was like a tub full of dirty water, some shit. So. Down there, it's the same playbook look like going on from Katrina in Houston. You know what I'm saying? Just blow the levees up and flood motherfuckers out if we can't get you out. We trying to rebuild Jackson, but how we going to get all these niggas out? That's just me speaking. Blow the levees like they did in Katrina.
Hurricane Katrina.
Yeah, they saying that the hurricane took out all the levees, but come to find out, the white motherfuckers on the other side of town blew the levees out.
New Orleans.
Right. So and flooded the black people section out. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, man. Because like I say, we black people, we don't like water. So
right.
Like I say, you can flood us out, flush us out. Like you say, what they saying that some
or like Flint, man, just hook up the line to some dirty water and just let y'all drink it and get them out that way.
Yeah, like I say, you flushing them out, man. Send them on their way, you know what I'm saying?
Same playbook, people.
Yeah, the water, you have to have water no matter what.
Detroit, what they do to our water, they put us in bankruptcy, took over the water facility. You know what I'm saying? And then locked everybody up that had something to do with the water. I think they locked up the head of the water department and the other dude saying they was doing fraud. Yep. So that gave us the state to just take it over, man, and privatize the shit. So now we got high water bills.
Yeah, everybody water bill high as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? They came in putting them what is the electric things on monitors on our
the new meters and
shit.
Yeah,
the new meters on the meters, man. And I've noticed like a $30-$40 increase immediately on my water. I'm like, man, I wasn't even here this month. I was out of town, man. My bill, man, $120.
Yeah, man. I like the old meters. The one that motherfuckers used to turn slow.
Man, your bills was $69,
you know
$50 a month. Man, niggas was complaining about that.
Turn real slow.
Man, now they doing estimates.
They got them digital ones now. You know, they just programmed them.
Well, we just estimated that, Mizzle, you was gonna use it, even though you wasn't there. We just estimated that you was gonna use this shit for the month. Like, nigga, what you mean you estimating?
Based on your previous month, previous usage.
I was out of town for 3 weeks.
I figured I had company over.
I said my birthday party last month and shit. Nah, that's why my bill went up. And now I'm out of town this month. You just gonna project my energy use from last month when I had.
No, they don't say project. They say we estimate.
Yeah. Kids wanted to get in the pool. I had to fill the pool up 2 times this month.
And it's a kiddie pool.
Now it's winter time. She not using that much water.
Right.
But we still got to charge it because your usage was high for the last 3 months.
So this the same playbook, man, going on nationwide, man, from city to city, state to state, to where they just taking over the water. Either they flooding you out or hooking dirty water up to your lines, or fracking and saying, well, the gas seeped into the water. It's all kind of tactics they use to get people up out of their houses and out of the land. Cause like I said, in John and Jackson, Mississippi, them people been down there forever. And Jackson, Mississippi, and the whole state of Mississippi is one of the poorest states and cities in the U.S. I think that Arkansas is up there, Kentucky. Them is the poorest cities and states. So you already know. Yeah. Let's get into it though. But we got a what is it? Blood DNA. We got a video, and also we got a pic of the UN. Hold on, what is it? The Intelligence Committee members warn U.S. of bioweapons targeting DNA of individual Americans. So who you think them individual Americans is? They targeting black people.
Yeah, African American.
Because we got some of the oldest bloodlines or bloods in the world.
Richest.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And our blood is worth so much. Our melanin is worth so much. So this is why you see a lot of people coming up kidnapped. A lot of blood is being drawn. Your blood is being sold. We did stories on how they took your blood and sold it to companies, sold it to China and all that. So, you know what I'm saying? They rebuilding DNA out of your shit. Yeah. A super Mizzle or a super Judah. You know what I'm saying? And you don't even know.
That's some freaky shit right there.
And so, we got the pic of that with the Intelligence Committee members warn the U.S. of the bioweapons. And we're going to also show you a video where the lady is linking on how they using the blood DNA. Because we already talked about months ago when my man, who was that? They was buying, they set the girls down. And they was buying up their period blood and all that. And if they had a baby, we'd buy that. Right. These is billionaires. And so let's get into this video, blood DNA.
Something real quick. Intelligence Committee warns us of bioweapon targeting DNA of individual Americans. Now, watch this.
I have a certain blood type. I'm not going to go too much into detail because I don't need none of y'all trying to kidnap me. 2 days ago, I had an outpatient lumpectomy surgery, which means I should have been able to go home within an hour. But they decided to keep me. They said I got an infection. They have drawn my blood at least 9 times since I've been here. Never once really given a reason. Just coming in the room, hey, Miss Moss, we're here to draw your blood.
They kept drawing her blood, and she ends up saying, no, I don't want you to draw my blood anymore. You're not giving me a reason. She then starts to refuse them from taking her blood. Then once the doctor gets to the hospital, he's frustrated on why there isn't any blood of hers. And when he finds out that she doesn't want her blood taken anymore, he just discharges her. Y'all have to really understand the importance of our blood, especially black women. Y'all trying to find where y'all from in y'all DNA, but not knowing that these people are collecting your information and probably selling it. Warns America to stay away from DNA testing services as information could be used to develop bioweapons. Our blood carries our literal essence. Let's not forget that blood is used in rituals to control people, and it carries our energy. And I know y'all been seeing these TikToks of these girls using their period blood in the spaghetti to control men and make them obsessed with them. Y'all gotta stop easily giving away your blood. Do y'all remember that scene in Avatar where Moat actually stabbed him and licked his blood, and she could tell who he was spiritually? Yeah, it's people who actually do that. And if you don't know the story of Henrietta Lacks, they literally took this woman's blood cells and illegally used it to cure specific diseases. People using blood to make them look younger. Our essence is literally in the blood that we produce. They're trying to track down that original Eve gene. And y'all think I'm playing. They're really trying to use the genetics that we have to save them. Watch this.
Part of this genetic breakers that we don't see in any other race on the planet. These curvy, sexy black women from Africa. You girls have a kind of a monopoly on this genetic perfection, and we want some of that.
He's trying to pay them for their DNA. But maybe I'm just making all this up. Y'all stay dangerous.
Yeah, like she said, the movie Henrietta Lacks with Oprah in it. It's a good movie. Look up that movie right there. You know what I'm saying? She's not lying, man. They targeting black Americans, particularly with this, and Africans. You know what I'm saying? They buying up the DNA. They buying up fetuses, old fetuses. They doing everything. You know what I'm saying? So if you go and check out that movie Henrietta Lacks, she had like a rare blood to where they found, and then they was like testing the kids and all that, but they wouldn't tell the kids what they was testing for. They was saying like, we just keep testing for cancer. And the one lady like, man, I've been testing ever since I was a kid. What is they trying to find? But come to find out, they was patenting they blood. My man had all kind of awards and everything off their mama blood and didn't give them no money off the shit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that shit deep, man.
The shit deep, man. So you already know, man.
Shit, that's real shit right there, man. Be aware, be careful with that shit.
Right, man. Giving up your blood, all that, you know what I'm saying?
Patenting the blood.
Yeah, they patented Henrietta Lacks blood, and then they was trying to see if the kids had her rare blood. So they kept testing them all the way up till they was adults, but not letting them know what they was testing for. And so that's what Henrietta Lacks, which was Oprah, played. She would start doing some research and come to find out my man who took her mama blood was patenting the shit and getting awards off the shit and didn't give them a drop of money, man, for nothing. But steady testing their blood, talking about we looking for cancer, this rare cancer, and like we're gonna test your kids. You know, this shit is real, man. Just look up that movie Henrietta Lacks.
Yeah, shit real, man. You gotta think about all the motherfuckers who donate blood and shit like that. Past, you know.
You remember that's how AIDS had got in. People was, they had put the AIDS into the blood banks and shit. Then people was getting transfusions. I think that's how Arthur Ashe caught the AIDS.
Yeah, blood a bad
and shit. You know what I'm saying? So he ended up getting a blood transfusion, caught the AIDS that way. So, the shit was crazy back in the day.
Careful with that shit, man.
Right. Let's get into some of these stories, man. Okay, we got the worm burgers could solve world hunger, man. We talked about insects and bugs.
Insect burgers.
Worm burgers and shit, you know what I'm saying? So they trying to use the worm burgers to solve world hunger. So what you think about that, Mizzle?
Worm burgers, you know what I'm saying? It might be in your nearest Burger King and McDonald's, you know what I'm saying? Somebody it's gonna be, once you, motherfuckers gonna run to it and try out anything, man. I mean, you really don't have no choice the way the food market is right now. All the cows dying and the beef is chicken contaminated and all type of different shit.
That's why I only mess with the halal. They not be going on like the meat breaks and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They try to go like veggie, do veggie stuff. You gotta watch out some of that vegan stuff too. Got a lot of soy in it, so
it's only right. You got the Beyond Burger and Impossible Burger. So now
you
got the worm burger now.
Right, man. Mix it in with a little ground beef, like you said, man. Stretch it out. You'll
never know the difference.
Grill it up. You won't even know worms is in there, y'all. You know what I'm saying? They already hit y'all with the pink slime all in the burgers. Remember that, man, Mark, with the pink slime? Man. And then, that's what in them fart burgers from White Castle and the McDonald's.
Yeah, you'll never know.
They was mixing it in with a little bit of ground beef and then pink slime, patty them boys up. You grill it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They was getting away with this for years until people outed them. You know what I'm saying? So, man, this shit is real. Let's get into some more of these stories. Okay, look at this one. Lawsuit alleges Whole Foods, which is supposed to be a natural grocery store, has antibiotics in its beef labeled antibiotic free. They got busted. See, this is what I'm talking about right here, man.
Everybody lying, man.
They lying, man. You think you're at Whole Foods getting antibody free. They pumping the shit up with antibodies. This is real shit.
This is real shit. You gotta watch what you eat, man. Read the labels don't even matter no more.
Nah,
because
man.
you don't know what the fuck is in this shit. You know what I'm saying? They lying to everybody out here now.
You go to Whole Foods, like, man, I don't shop at Kroger's and Kroger's, man. I go to Whole Foods, man. You been eating antibodies just like Kroger's, man. You gotta fuck with the Amish, man. The Amish or like the halal. Other than that, man, or the kosher. I ain't never heard them say nothing about the kosher meat. You know what I'm saying? But you can't be going around, man, to these mega giant stores thinking, you know what I'm saying, they ain't putting the cut on it. You know what I'm saying? They got to put the cut on it, man.
That's how they get their money.
To survive, man.
Got to put that cut on it, man. We got to pump the chicken up just a little bit, man. We're going to say antibiotic free, man, but we got to pump it up just a little bit, man. Put the weight on it so we can get a couple more dollars.
Oh, man.
Shit real, man. Shit crazy. Well, what about this one? Abercrombie and Fitch image sparks a tweet storm over normalizing obesity. So they normalizing fat. You know what I'm saying? And putting like all these commercials and all this, shit, you know what I'm saying, glorifying being fat. That shit is overweight, man.
Izzo brought fat people, brought the big girls back. Lizzo brought the big girls back. So shit.
Man, you see my man was talking about it, man.
Big girl summer, man.
Coming out, man, there's some motherfucking a 2-piece and a burger. A worm burger.
Yeah, you know, now everybody gonna be big girl lovers.
Man, we ain't on that shit, man. Watch out for the big
views and
girls.
opinions that you hear on the Hidden Hand Show.
Everybody had they air, you know, big butts, fat ass, you know.
Right, but the
slim girls had they little slim
skinny girls. It was skinny girl summer.
Girl summer, yeah.
I guess this is big girl summer now. This shit is over. Shit. What they gonna do for the winter? You gotta lay up under the big girls for the winter. You know what I'm saying? For extra.
And you know that's the season anyway that they say.
Yeah, I'm about to say, man.
Extra warm.
Cuddle season now, man. So shit, big girls, they like shit. We need love too. You know, it's our season.
Right.
It's our time. Yeah.
Right.
Tax season coming up. You know, all that shit roll right into each other.
Oh yeah, tax season, niggas. You know, around tax season, you always look at the mall, man, and hold hands. A little skinny nigga hold hands with the big mama. Like, baby, man, you know I need some J's. Damn, I gotta go out with Big Keisha today, man.
Some J's.
You know what I'm saying? You know, but she gonna feed you. You know what I'm saying? You gonna eat at them big girls' houses, man. You already know. So what's going on next? We got Nicaragua. The country of Nicaragua is kicking out all the Catholic churches, man. Mizzle, what's that shit about, you think?
Damn.
They tired of that shit?
They gotta be.
Tired of the Pope raping the kids and all that? Tired of the bishops sodomizing kids, man?
They tired of that shit.
They like, man, you know what I'm saying? We gonna take the playbook from Mark, man. Back in the day when they ran up in the churches, man. You got,
Hey, man,
that was
don't
my
put
shit.
me in this shit, man.
They got the 7-mile video down in Nicaragua. Like, this is how you do it.
All y'all gotta go. Every last one of you guys gotta go.
Right, man. Motherfucking pastor right there on Grand River still pissed about that one, man. They got nigga got security at the door now with guns. I bet they ain't running up in this bitch no more. But they already didn't prove the point. So we got Nicaragua kicking out the Catholic Church. Let's look at this video.
Right now, just arrived at the airport of Mexico and just saw some really disturbing images from what is going on right now in the country of Nicaragua. Socialist dictator President Daniel Ortega has ordered leftist groups and also radical leftist groups and also to whatever the population and whoever in the population of Nicaragua wants to radicalize and attack and destroy churches and also important religious images, they are free to do so. In his mind and in his agenda, he is releasing the Nicaraguan population to do as what they want to do. As right now, radical leftist groups are destroying churches and are destroying images, burning down churches, and also destroying everything that has to do with the Christian and Catholic religion in the country of Nicaragua. These are some images and some video of what is happening right now. Sadly, on that socialist country, we are showing how Mexico is going down due to a cartel radical state that we are now under high alert and insecurity, and now this in Nicaragua. Next, you're going to see a lot of Nicaraguan citizens running away from persecution from this dictatorship, as it has been happening for the past months.
Yeah, Nicaragua is, man, they kicking out the Catholic churches. I guess they done read the books and figured out about the conquistadors. Because notice, if you go to countries that's they got the Catholic churches that's running it, poverty is at its all-time high at these countries. You got prostitution is up, child trafficking is up in these Catholic countries, Spain, South America, these parts of the United States. You know what I'm saying? This is what the Catholic churches has brought. And, we already know about the Catholic Church and their hand in the slavery and, coming over here with the conquistadors and Christopher Columbus. Because, during 2020, during the COVID era, the kids started learning. They put us on lockdown. The kids was learning about all these statues in the streets, you know what I'm saying, what they was named after slave owners and all this shit. What the kids started doing, they started trying to snatch down the goddamn idols. Because first, before we get over all this shit, and start learning it, you got to get rid of these idols that's overlooking us. You know what I'm saying? All downtown Macomb County, we learned that Macomb is named after a slave owner and all that shit. So they started trying to go get the statue of Macomb. You know what I said? Well, we got to go get the statue. Yeah. Tear this shit down. Christopher Columbus got to go. They threw his ass in the river in some cities and shit. So, when people start learning, man, who's at fault and who's doing what, the Catholic Church is at the head of all this shit, man. Mm-hmm. That's real talk, man. Mm-hmm. Child trafficking, raping the child. Every month we got a story on how some bishops or whatever have been raping kids. So get rid of them.
Yeah, it's a goddamn shame, man.
Like you see in Nicaragua, they burning churches up,
beefing with the church.
They putting guns to the bishops' heads. Like, man, y'all been sitting there raping kids and all this shit. Get up out of our country. The president of Nicaragua told them to get the fuck on.
Burn this bitch down. Because
they the problem. You know what I'm saying? Got up in the Raptors and all that shit. Them little boys they got with the little cloth around them. That's pedophilia at its. You know what I'm saying? At its best.
I don't see how we are at an outrage rather right now over the whole Tiffany Haddish skit. I know y'all seen that.
I heard about it, but what went on?
Man, it's a real sketchy skit about pedophilia, man, and they got a kid in there doing some real sketchy stuff, man, and they got the camera angle zooming in on the kid in some peculiar areas, and it's just real cringy, man, as far as involving kids and trying to make a skit that you call humor, with pedophilia being the core of it, dog.
You don't do no shit
like that's not. You don't play with kids. You literally don't play with kids. Dog.
Well, shit, they in Hollywood, so you know.
We know that, right? Right. We know that, and we know that's how a lot of them get groomed into the position that they in Hollywood.
We just 2 weeks ago talking about the Anne Hayes. She got a movie coming out, Girl 13, where she's shedding light on pedophilia in Hollywood.
And then she just got killed, right? Or she supposedly
allegedly, she popped up out the bag,
but then now she's dead, right?
Right. And so, yeah, man.
They don't want that kind of information.
Whistleblower.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Don't want that kind of information out.
No, they don't want to, you get to talk about the Catholic churches and the cross. Boy, we'll break down the cross. You know what I'm saying? We'll break down the Bible, you know what I'm saying, where they gave the Bible to the blacks and then they took over the land, slaughtered the Indians. Come on, yo. This is the conquistadors that came from the Catholic Church, the papal bull. Look that up. Still going on to this day, and they sitting there telling the Pope, man, you gotta disavow this shit and say, look, man, we getting rid of the papal bull, which gave people the rights, the conquistadors with the rights to come over. If they don't bow down to the cross, they get slaughtered. That's real. That was back in what, 1600s, 1500s when the papal bull came out. Still going on to this day. They going around the world sitting there trying to get you to bow down to the Catholic Church. You see what happened on Sentinel Island. They smart enough to know, like, man, we ain't bringing these white motherfuckers onto this island, man. This nigga came with the Bible, like, man, come on, man, I'm just trying to teach y'all, man. We don't need y'all, man. Just try to arrow through that bitch. Get your ass up out of here. Like, man, these niggas is savages. No, nigga, they already done heard.
Lied to us.
You know what I'm saying? This is the untapped area, Sentinel Island over there by India, where even the Indians told the people don't go on that island, man. Them niggas gonna hop out your ass like on Avatar, nigga. They already know. So that's a shame that the savages, who they call savages, know about the damn white people and their religion. Don't even fuck with it. It's a trick bag. Some people say, oh, man, he's speaking out against the churches. You know what I'm saying? I was already for that shit, man, when they ran up in the church on Grand River.
You see they burning
rolling around with Bentleys and shit. Then talking about, no, man, God blessed this shit to me. No, man, the people gave it to you, yo. The people gave you that. And you know what I'm saying? Let's not mention the Baptist churches, man. We should, know what I'm saying, where the people sitting there giving tithes all day, man. We played a couple weeks ago to where Creflo Dollar said, man, I've been preaching about tithes, and it's wrong, man. It's wrong. We played that.
He came out and said it himself.
It was wrong for me to tell y'all that you can't get to heaven.
It's all about money.
It's all about money,
man.
You see these pastors, man, flying around in these jets. You know what I'm saying? Money, Pastor Osteen, man, when the storm was down in Houston, what'd he do? He closed the door on them niggas.
Yeah. You see, my man just got robbed in New York.
Right, my man, the pastor got, because people is tired of this shit, man. My man sitting up there with rope chains, man. And, you know, niggas like, man, let's run up on this bitch. And this nigga, man, sitting there playing games, man, talking about, man, I'm saved and shit. What about us? I'm going to tell you who's saved. We going to save your ass, nigga, from this jury.
Right, shit, man.
Run this shit. So you know what I'm saying, man?
My grandma giving you all my money, all of her money and shit. You sit
right, man. I watch some of my people give money to the churches, man, and you know what I'm saying. And
died though, like
and the pastor, you know, come bless them, and that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? He go back to his mansion. We seen preachers of Detroit, man, on TV when they was airing that shit out, man. What was really going on? What was really going on in Detroit, man? We got some of the biggest churches in the U.S. They like fucking coliseums,
right?
But look at the surroundings of these churches. Poor.
Go around the next block, see what it look like.
Come to Detroit and see these big mega churches, but go around the corner from them and ask them, has the pastor been around here? No, man, we ain't seen this nigga. Right around the corner from the mega church is a dope spot. Come on, yo.
Yep, shit crazy, man.
Don't ever believe that shit, yo. But you know, moving on, man. Let's get out of that shit, man. We got the Israelites, man, was on 7 Mile, man. We got a video of that, man, because, you know what I'm saying, people manning up. They getting tired of this shit. So the Israelites, you know, flexing their muscle, their strength, man. We had them on the show, like,
a couple of years ago.
I mess with the Israelites in the Moors, you know what I'm saying? They cool, you know what I'm saying? But let's look
real shit.
Right, let's look at this video of the Israelites on 7 Mile.
All right, brother. God bless you.
I left the church. I left the church.
I got nothing for you.
I got nothing for you.
Your reverend was there when you left.
You're right.
Pastor was there when you left.
You're right.
Your preacher was there when you left.
You're right.
The elder was there when you left.
You're right.
Your choir was there when you left.
You're right.
Your seed was there when you left.
You're right.
Your lodge was there when you left.
You're right.
The reverend, the pastor, the preacher, the elder, the choir, the seed, the lodge was there when you left.
You're right. You're right. There we go. The lion said, do not trick you. Said, here we go. I left this world.
There you go, the proof. They tired of the churches, man.
I left the church.
Right. It's not teaching you nothing. It's teaching these men to wear dresses, man. They allowing it, man. But it's supposed to be going against the grain in the Bible.
Yeah, I mean, Sodom and Gomorrah is in the Bible, but now you let that into the...
And the man is right now we in an era where these men is lacking being men. And the women is looking like, man, you got the women beat.
Where are the men? They
right.
Say, where are the men?
Where are the real men?
Because the world had conditioned the men, right? We had this hyper masculine man, right? And they had to turn the volume down on them. And now they got this hyper sexual, hyper sensitive ass
transgender man.
I wouldn't
Right,
go there.
you got the transgenders sitting there going around whooping women up.
Man.
You know what I'm saying?
And now they kidnapping the women, snatching up the uteruses out of them and trying to stuff them in the damn transgender man.
Right. We reported on all this shit.
Yeah,
so
man.
this is going
That's real
on
shit. This shit is real.
in the U.S. where we supposedly be, you know what I'm saying, be governed by the Bible. You know, this is real talk. And if you see, like I said, with the churches that's in Nicaragua, they said, y'all got to get the fuck out. It's not a being like, oh, they demons and all that. They just tired.
The truth.
They tired of all this shit, man. They tired of these pastors rolling around in these jets, coming into my cities and my countries, man, reaping all the benefits, soaking up all the land and the resources. You know what I'm saying? And shipping that shit back to Italy, man, to the Vatican. They tired of that shit. And don't say like the Vatican don't run the Baptist churches. The Vatican runs everything.
Everything.
And if you go and do your research about the Vatican and all the people surrounding the Pope, they've been raping kids forever.
I broke it down to people. I forget what show it was, and I'm like, you know how we got Dr. Dre and Eminem came from him, and 50 Cent came from him,
Right.
Right. So you got the Roman Catholic Church, right? That's Dr. Dre,
Right.
And then Eminem is Christianity, came from that, and then Islam came from Christianity.
It runs
50
all
Cent.
that.
They all. It's basically what happened was people weren't okay with the rules, terms, and conditions of this religion, so they went and created another variation of it,
Right.
to make it suit their life and their lifestyle and how they want.
But
to
at the
live.
head is
and,
this.
and yeah. So now at the head of it is still the Vatican.
The Vatican.
Right.
And the Vatican is its own country within Italy.
Going
It's
down
its
the same
own
road.
rules.
Yeah, going down the same road.
Italy cannot tell the Vatican what to do. This is real talk. The Vatican is its own country. That little small little area where the Pope is in it. They can't just run up in the Vatican, the military or nothing. They don't have no jurisdiction. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to know, man, what's going on, like the papal bull. Research that. You got to know that. And now when you go to these South American countries, Central American countries, now you see why it's poor and impoverished. And at the head of poverty is the Catholic Church in these countries.
But people don't want to hear that shit though, man, because they so fixated, they so brainwashed by these religions, and if you are, they brainwashed to the point where when the religion says that if you are against the religion, you're going to hell. They look at us like, oh yeah, you going to hell because you don't.
Yeah,
they that conditioned by.
How dare you? Right,
How dare you?
It was said when they came over, when the conquistadors came over here, they came with nothing but the Bible. And when the people turned around, they owned up all the land, and the people was left with the Bible. That's the story.
Yep. Now that's just what you got to read. Yeah.
You know the story of the Sun people and the Ice people.
What's
right?
that?
And how they came down. I mean, you know how they came down
right.
from the caves, right? Their whole existence was around the cold. You know what I mean? They ate bugs off of the ground from the bottom of the cave. They didn't have nutrients. You know what I mean? They came and they met us. They came when they started to come down closer to the equator, and they met the African people, the melanated people, and they seen how we living. Right? It's warm. It's fruit.
Eating papaya.
Yeah. Fruit, clean water. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit. The climate, and they jealous of that, right? And us being the open, warm. People that we are, accepting people that we let them in, you know what I'm saying? Start teaching them shit, feeding them shit, showing them shit, and then they flipped the script and took over our shit, right?
Right.
And now that's why we are where we are today. You know what I mean? The ice people, and that's the story of you know the ice people and the sun people. Just fast forward through the.
Took the knowledge.
That's how we met. That's how we met their asses, and that's what's been, and it's still going on today as far as the position in the world where we are versus where they are.
Man,
it's all about what you know, the knowledge, man.
That's some crazy shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And people still is brainwashed.
It should tell you something when the Earth, the planet that you live on, is trying to kill you.
Right.
The planet itself that you live on is attacking your body. You can't, the sun, you can't stay out in the sun long.
Right. You got to get this book called Devastations of the Indies, A Brief Account. Get that off eBay. It's about $10 or whatever. If you can see this. And it tells you the same story.
Closer to the.
It tells you the story on how they came over here and was going to, Panama.
That's basically what I just
said. Panama, Cuba, and down there in Florida, they had their own little kingdoms, and we probably was beefing here and there, but we wasn't beefing on how the white people was beefing over in Europe. They was beefing, man. That's why a lot of that water to this day is contaminated due to war. But we was over here chilling, like you said. We let them over, man, and they took over. They left us with the Bible, and they took the land.
Yeah.
Here you go, a book, man. Follow this.
It's your education right here. Yeah.
Right, and then the
Read
people was
this.
like, "What?" You know, that's just shit. That's how the shit happened. Now we got a pic of Demon Doja Cat. Let's get into this.
Demon Cat.
Now Doja Cat, one of the most successful female artists, rappers right now. I think she's over Nicki Minaj as far as clicks and views or whatever. But look what happened to Doja Cat. The chick then cut off all her hair. Then licking her tongue out like a demon. She looked just like a real demon, man.
Look fucked up, man.
You know, Doja Cat right now, she got some of the hits still on the radio right now playing. And you know, Doja Cat was cool, man. I was feeling some of her music, but now I'm looking at Demon Doja Cat like, man, they got her up in L.A. ruining this girl. You know what I'm saying? We reported on her when she was in some of them chat rooms showing titties and ass to the white supremacists, and they outed her ass. Like, look at y'all black chick showing us titties and ass.
Yeah.
You know.
I got a plan.
But now look at Doja Cat, Demon Doja Cat. This is going Doja Cat Instagram. This is real.
Yep, that's her, man.
The chick then cut off all her hair, cut off her eyebrows, and put some earrings in her eyebrows, man, and walking around like a pure demon. So she's fucked up right now, man.
Mental illness. You need to
I don't know if
when you see it. Man, come on, man.
I would say mental illness, but I say, man, it look like it's a demon that's inhabiting her body.
There's something going down.
MK Ultra, huh?
Yeah, some shit like that, man. You know what I'm saying? This mental. We can't keep blaming all this shit on mental illness because some of this shit is, you know, when they open up that CERN.
Oh boy,
what did they bring
through? A
through?
lot of crazy shit going on, man. Since they did that shit,
but it went against them.
Yeah, it backfired. Huh?
It backfired, man. It's backfired. They opened up CERN.
That's why I said a lot of shit, man.
All type of shit we reported on start happening
man.
to the white people. Like you say, the earth trying to kill them. They burning up in Europe. You know what I'm saying? Literally burning the fuck up. Niggas like, shit, this is excellent weather.
We need this. It's charging us up, right?
Man.
What's that one shit on the Wicked Witch, man, when they threw her in the sun and some shit?
I'm melting.
Yeah, her ass was melting and smoking. That's they asses.
All right. They going through it, man.
You know.
Going through some shit.
But shit, you know, they evil, man. I ain't gonna say all white people is evil, but shit, just most of them.
They going through some shit right now.
Yeah,
man.
you know, Europe is on fire right now. They went through months, I think ever since May and June, man, they've been having a heat wave over there in Europe, man. Burning this shit up out of them white folks, man.
Truth. Eric agrees on Facebook said Judah grabbed the book Unknown Arabs by Tyreek Berry. And then we have the daughter of Charlie Weaver, Lions number 59 on the line on YouTube. Shout out to Imperial Baraka.
What's up to everybody that's watching? You know, but we just breaking down this shit, you know what I'm saying, about the Catholic churches, the demons in Hollywood and the shit. That shit is being ran by them. This is all shit. I'm gonna pick up that book too, Unknown Arabs.
It's demon time for their ass.
Right, it's demon time. Right, that's what they on.
Yeah.
They keep saying in all the raps, I'm on my demon time.
You know what I mean? And we gremlins.
Gremlins.
Right, gremlins, all of that shit. Slime, my slime.
Yeah. So all this shit is coming out.
All this shit coming out, man.
You got the trannies, man, running around, man, with dresses, beating the women up, choking them out. You got the one dude snuck into there with a wig on some straight Joanna man shit, man, and won the tournament in the women's league.
Right.
I had that video. I'll bring it next week. Snuck up into the tournament with a wig in like a AAU tournament or some shit.
What
man.
sport is
Basketball.
Basketball shit.
Yeah, he snuck it and put a wig on and everything. Was just running the chicks and won the tournament.
It's allowed now.
And the girls was bigging him up. Oh, you're so gracious for whooping our ass.
Signing autographs. Boys going up to, let me get autograph.
Come on, yo. Like I said, the women is tired of this shit. Now you invading they shit. You invading they shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like the one swimmer was the 500 in the country. Now he number 1 in the women's league. You can't beat men.
Women should be in fucking outrage about this
Dude.
shit. Wait, because I know as long as women has been fighting to be equal with men and be in this, you know, share the spotlight. I ain't gonna say share the spotlight, but be seen as equal. right? I'm not sure if this is what they meant.
Yeah, Me
No,
Too.
they ain't want this.
They didn't. Well, this ain't what they want, right?
Me Too movement.
Only for men to now come in and encroach in their land and become them.
They said they wanted to be equal. They said they wanted to be equal.
Yeah, Me Too movement. Is
They blaming homegirl in Russia, saying the black basketball players ain't doing enough in the NBA to get the black girl up out of Russia. You know what I'm saying?
It's our fault.
It's our fault now because she in jail. She took the weed over into Russia. But who in the fuck told her to go and play for Russia? You should have played for fucking Colombia or some goddamn body. You went to enemy territory with some weed and wondering why your ass is in jail. Come on, yo. My man was in jail from Detroit when they was trying to whoop his ass in China. He fought back and they sent his ass to prison.
And that's not to say that she deserves the time that she gets.
No.
Right? I mean, we're not saying that like, oh well, she got what she deserved by going. Oh, it's just like, come on, the climate of the world right now. That's not probably wasn't the smartest move. And I understand
they gave her some chips.
Pay her money, right? They pay her money, and then people had to. I hate when they bring up the argument. Well, they need to pay the women basketball players equally.
Who going to see that shit?
It's a whole right. It's a whole it's a whole system behind that. It's not just that simple.
Who in the fuck just waking up talking about we going to go see the women's league?
Women don't even watch women's basketball.
Right.
So that's the thing. Like, so you can't just say women needed. That should have been, the solvent to the problem. Pay women equal, and then they wouldn't have to go over there overseas and get caught. That's not the song. That's not the answer.
That ain't the answer, man. She knew the fuck she was doing when she went over with that oil.
I don't even really like that narrative because that's almost to say that she deserved what she got. Like
you over in enemy territory with the weed.
Everybody crying.
Now I understand that completely. You need to know the rules, know the game, rules of the game before you play them, right? But at the same time, it's like, come on, man, like 10 years for a fucking less than a gram of liquid weed.
And what's the president over there?
Putin.
Yeah, they say Putin. He don't like gays.
He plays him down.
She.
There's a lot of shit over in Russia they don't fuck with. They kicked McDonald's out.
Yeah,
so they ain't want the slime, man.
She gay, you know what I'm saying? She bisexual, so he really had something against her.
Yeah, they gonna throw the book at her. Yeah, they really gonna go hard.
It was a lot of things against her,
Right.
Black woman and gay, American.
Oh
man, yeah.
And you trying to get over here with some morals, you know?
And you came over here to get money.
Right.
Yeah, you done.
And we got to pay. We gonna pay your ass? No, hell no, you done. You lost all your all everything.
Right.
So that shit, she really, we paying you. You're a professional basketball player.
Right, man. Well, shit. Let's get into these more stories. We got the title of the stories: Power Outages and EV Vehicles. They didn't sit there and made the people Biden trying to convince the people that the EV cars is what's the future. But shit, when the power go out, how you gonna power that bitch up?
Yeah, just like in case like in Detroit or Michigan, I want to say we had a power outage, and if you got an electric car or any type of electric anything, phone, anything that run by power,
right?
You asked out, what you gonna do? What's your next choice?
And tell me, where's these power stations at in the city of Detroit? Can anybody tell me right here that's in the room or that's watching, where's all these EV stations at?
Where is a power station for EV cars in the city of Detroit?
Don't say downtown. No, I'm talking about in the hoods. Where have you seen them?
Right.
Have you seen them, Mizzle?
Hell no.
Mark, you seen any? I have not seen no EV charging stations in these neighborhoods. They probably around somewhere. But look how far you got to travel to go charge your car up. If your power is down at the house, how you gonna charge your shit up? That's why always gas is better than electric.
How you gonna power up?
Let's watch this video.
Better, the water car would have been better.
They killed him off. Supposedly.
That's my point.
Right. Even the kids was talking about. My daughter was talking about this, man. They even know about the story. He just wound up dead in a grocery mass shooting.
Mass shooting in the grocery store.
They picked him out of everybody. The man that was like coming out with the water car.
He had the patent pending.
Right. You could have took some of that Flint water and just power up all these cars.
Everybody rolling, yup.
Let's play the video.
Let's play the video.
This week's outages mean a whole range of headaches for people in our area. We told you at the top of the hour that right now, DTE says more than 94,000 customers are still in the dark from Monday's severe storm. That's a long time to be without electricity, and especially if you have an electric vehicle. 7 Action News anchor Mike Duffy exploring that issue and how it's affecting lives.
I'm here at the Novi Town Center in front of the EV charging stations, and many of these people behind me are here because the power's out in their own homes, and now this is a matter of necessity.
Bruce Turner lives in Novi, and ever since he bought an electric vehicle, he's been paying attention to how many charging stations are available.
I wouldn't call them sparse, but they are maybe not as available as I thought they may be.
He says the power being out has made him think electric infrastructure could be a voting issue for him going forward.
I probably wasn't really thinking about the grid or things like that as much as I probably should have been. And now that it's going to become more of an issue for me, yes, I'll definitely take a look at that.
Tremaine Phillips is a commissioner at the Michigan Public Service Commission, or MPSC, which oversees public utility companies in the state. He says they're working on exactly that.
We have a intense focus here at the commission, as well as with our investor-owned utilities, on investing in grid reliability.
Phillips acknowledged Michigan is in an inflection point, a period of growing and adapting to the electric vehicle future.
There is a whole infrastructure, technological, regulatory, as well as workforce that we need to build up kind of from scratch in order to support this industry.
He explained the state has applied to the federal government and should soon be receiving $110 million to build out public charging EV stations.
I do have every hope and expectation that just given the commitments made by the automobile sector, as well as the commitments made at the federal government, as well as within the state of Michigan, that we're going to be able to get to that future.
Ken Widmark
is building convenient, reliable, equitable national public charging networks. So wherever you live, charging an electric vehicle will be quick and easy. And the foundation will help American automakers set the pace for electric vehicles, which means even more good-paying jobs producing batteries, materials, and parts. That's also going to help save hundreds of billions of gallons of gasoline over time.
This week's outages mean a whole range of headaches for people in our area. We told you at the top of the hour that right now, DTE said.
Man, like we was over here talking about, man, that new Challenger, that EV Challenger, man, they debuted. That shit, man, sound like my man said his vacuum is louder than that shit. They done took put a fake ass exhaust on that shit. Zoom, zoom.
Sound like a power drill.
Nobody want that shit, man. Like you said, you can't even do spin outs in that bitch.
Yeah, do no donuts in that motherfucking nut no more, man.
Nothing, man. Mama said, man, I'm going to get the old Challenger, man. I ain't fucking with this new EV Challenger, man.
Electric Challenger, man.
Can't do spin outs, donuts, or nothing.
They done emasculated the Challenger and shit.
A tranny goddamn car, man. They done downgraded the Challenger, man.
Took the man
Nobody want that shit,
from
man.
the Challenger to the Challenger.
Give me a 2018. I'm going to get me a 2018, man. Fuck that, man. I don't care if it got 50,000 miles, man. I'm spinning out in that bitch.
Yeah, man. Damn.
Let's get into these other videos, man. We got my man Sheriff Grady Judd is back, man, from Dade County, man. You know he back.
Motherfucker, he a bad motherfucker.
He got a major drug bust again. Let's roll this video.
Oh, Grady.
County Sheriff's Office is calling it one of the largest drug trafficking busts in the agency's history. More than 80 people were arrested in this international operation. They say large amounts of drugs were even smuggled right through Orlando's airport. News 6's Amanda Castro explains how the investigation all went down.
Polk County Sheriff Grady Judd says investigators busted a massive international drug smuggling operation out of Winter Haven.
These folks have been in trouble before.
Dubbed Operation Flying Ice, the investigation started 2 years ago. It centered around DeMarcus Jefferson and his family. Judd says they smuggled large amounts of methamphetamine from Mexico to Florida, packing the drugs into suitcases and then flying the narcotics from Los Angeles to Orlando International Airport.
On one occasion, on one airline, 6 suitcases with this drug was smuggled into Orlando. They didn't so much as throw a pair of underwear in the suitcase to act like they were hiding the drugs. You think LAX has got a drug smuggling problem at the airport?
A TSA spokesperson tells News 6 the agency's screening procedures are focused on aviation and passenger security, adding officers don't search for illegal drugs. But if found during the screening process, the TSA will refer the matter to law enforcement.
All of this came in on one flight. One flight. So what happened at the other end of the line?
The wiretap investigation began in February. Detectives tapping 11 phones to intercept and monitor communications between the suspects.
This organization could not have been dismantled absent this operation with this wiretap.
A total of 85 suspects were arrested. 3 are still on the run. Authorities seizing 268 pounds of meth and 6.8 ounces of fentanyl.
That 6.8 ounces of fentanyl could have killed up to 96,000 people.
Medi-Cal.
Man, this nigga remind me of Warren Evans.
That motherfucker, man, yeah.
He always busting up some shit, man.
Super sheriff.
Like, these guys been in trouble before. I know them.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas didn't even put a pair of panties in the damn suitcase to cover up the drugs. This all drugs on one flight.
Straight up bold with it, huh? What happened on the other end?
You think
Right.
LA
How much got through if this is what we got on one flight?
Right, one flight. Nigga just willing in a suitcase, man. Let's willing it in. They probably got the goddamn man in LAX paid off. TSA. They ain't making all that money.
We see how Rick Ross buying Buffalo and shit man, down there in Miami.
We got somebody working
Atlanta,
in.
where you at?
Working at the
working at the airport.
yeah.
Man,
working there, yeah.
Right. You already know they pay TSA only making like $16, $17, $18 an hour. This motherfucker like, man, we give you a whole month worth of money. Just let these suitcases go. Like, all right, man, I ain't gonna.
Got a couple brothers from the hood.
I got my man on screening.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pay him, and then I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna check y'all.
I got
just wheel that shit through.
All 4 corners covered. Yeah.
Right. I got my man on screening at the airport doing screening. He ain't checking for shit. He ain't making that much money just looking at the screen all day, man. That's like $18 an hour.
Yeah.
This nigga said, nigga, we'll pay you $500 an hour, nigga. What about that?
Watch out for them too bad. Make sure they get through.
I got you.
I got you.
Yeah, so let's roll over these other stories. We got Kanye West clothing line debuts at the Gap inside garbage bags. You know what I'm saying? They trying to clown him like, man, why you got people living like trying to look through the clothing lines, through the clothes like they homeless.
Yeah, you want people to shop like homeless people.
But hey, if you going up in there buying the shit out the bag, niggas gonna buy clothes. That shit can be on the floor. You can have Gucci on the floor.
They're gonna pick them bitches
like,
up.
Man, I'm on
my size. Nope. Throw that shit back over there.
Right. You can put clothes on the floor, motherfuckers, to buy that shit. Let's look at this video.
Shit,
some people have felt that putting clothes in bags is insensitive, perhaps, to homeless and other people.
Look, man, I'm an innovator, and I'm not here to sit up and apologize about my ideas. That's exactly what the media tries to do. Make us apologize for any idea that doesn't fall under exactly the way they want us to think.
He told me that we should not clown the creators, in his words, of the innovators, because that will make innovators and other designers and people who design and invent things less brave. He also points out that these are not garbage bags, as has been reported, but large construction bags. The reason he put the clothes in there, they're folded, is to make people be able to just informally reach in and help themselves with what they want to buy. He says his goal is to make life easier and informal so that we can all basically dress in the dark.
This is like not a joke. This is not a game. This is not just some celebrity collaboration. This is my life. You know, I'm fighting for a position to be able to change clothing and bring the best design to the people.
A lot of people are saying that he's basically making a mockery and exploiting homeless people.
Right.
He says he won't sit up here and apologize for it.
Yeah, man. And you know what happened to them clothes, Mizzle?
What happened?
They sold out.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I know Gucci's like, man, why didn't we think of this?
Of course, man.
Just put it on the floor.
Yeah, you ain't gotta hire nobody.
They said Kanye West is dumb and something's wrong with him. Then, man, this was great. You got other people scratching their head. Why didn't we think of that?
Yeah, you ain't
we should have got
buy
trash cans, man, and just put the clothes in the trash cans.
And then guess what, right? Look at and then imagine how much more money he made just off of the money he saved by not hanging his clothes on hangers.
Yeah, and then
the man's a genius, yo.
The company,
y'all looking at
nobody
right
to hang the shit up.
Nope. Just throw that shit in garbage bags.
Throw that shit in the bag.
You know what I'm saying? Or
and
you
it's sold out.
It's sold out. And so people like Gucci and Burberry and them scratching their temples like, why didn't we think of just willingly in some garbage cans and just put the Gucci in the garbage cans?
Yeah, people buy that shit. Let them pick through the garbage and get
put
that
the polo,
shit,
man, in big dumpsters.
and still charge $500 for the
Niggas gonna be dumpster diving, man. I got my Gucci. Shit. They got 2X.
Your size and shit,
You think they won't go dumpster diving? You can sit Gucci or some polos outside of the clean dumpster and niggas gonna go dumpster diving.
But what I think is cool what he doing though, right? Because what he doing is taking the materialism out of people's look and it's equalizing everybody as far as not being able to look at somebody and seeing what they were. Like, think about kids being teased in school about not having the coolest clothes, right?
Right.
So now you're making it to where and then look how his appearance was on that video.
Hoodie, just a regular hoodie,
normal, no labels on.
He
nothing.
damn near look like a homeless person.
Yeah,
right?
no labels.
But we know that he a billionaire, right? So it just changed the narrative of somebody's perspective in their head when they look at somebody and say, "Oh well, you better because of what you have, because I can see it on you."
Yeah, then like you said,
I feel like it's cool. It's cool what he doing.
A lot of shit he said, you gotta think. Like you said, you want to get dressed in a dark.
Because celebrities make the trends, right? They're the reasons why we pay this amount of money for, like you say, the Gucci and the Louis. And
they the ones made Grand Poobah made the Polo and Tommy hot back when we was growing up. It was Grand Poobah.
So we making these brand names, hot, right? And we're making the looks that these brand names produce hot.
That's for like you can go back in the day with crisscross, with the backwards pants, the jeans and shit.
We
took into that. We
goes.
Did to that
Whatever
shit.
we say
Motherfuckers
goes.
coming to school with their clothes backwards. Parents like, what in the hell?
Nelly with the motherfucker coming to school with the band-aid
on his face, right?
With the hat on,
whatever we say goes. We create the trends. You know what I mean? So why
trends.
not? Why not change the narrative to where since there's so many of us getting killed, right, for shoes,
right,
for glasses, for the shit that we wear. Change the narrative as to what people see when they look at somebody. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's kind of.
You're genius, I say, man. You know what I'm saying? Because Gucci and them in Polo, they ain't thinking of just willing in dumpsters and shit. They like dumpsters, man. Who's gonna do that? Who's gonna buy that? Man, the kids.
He's smart, man. He on some shit. I like that though. Right.
So I can say he crazy if y'all want to, but the man making money. Let's get into this other video. We got Press Secretary Korean, man. This is the third or fourth press secretary for Biden. They keep quitting, and so now he got the black woman on there as the face of it, as the face of the lies, Corinne Pierre. And every time she get asked a question, she can't answer. Like they talking about the student loans and shit, how they gonna exit like 10 to 20,000. She couldn't even explain it. Like, well, we don't got all the paperwork ready yet. Nigga, what do you mean? Like, who's gonna foot the bill from when they get rid of all this tax money and all these loans that they done took out? What about the people who paid their loans?
Basically saying, I don't know.
No, she always say she don't know. Even the last one, the last lady press secretary, she was just coming on there just like, you know what? I'll get back to y'all on that. I never seen a press secretary like this shit, how this administration is ran. So let's look at this press secretary to why she can't explain how all these foreigners is coming over and they ain't shot up or nothing. They just letting them over.
But how is it two different things? Somebody unvaccinated comes over on a plane. You say that's not okay. Somebody walks into Texas or Arizona unvaccinated. They're allowed to stay. Why?
But that's not how it works. Like we actually no.
I know that that's not what you guys want to happen, but that is what is happening.
But that's not. It's not like somebody walks over and that's not how.
Exactly what's happening. Thousands of people are walking in a day. Some of them turn themselves over. Some of them are caught. Tens of thousands a week are not. That is what is happening.
Things.
Right, you got the press secretary. She don't know what to say.
He can't even answer the damn question.
At the end, I you know what I'm saying, I edited in on how you right there at the border down in Texas, you got thousands of people just coming over, just walking over. Freely. They ain't testing them for nothing.
Freely, yeah.
But over here, we got to go through the rigorous testing. We got to have all this. But down there, shit, I might as well go down there and get me a bridge card.
Shit wide open, man.
Me know no English. No English.
Wide open.
I don't got no. They probably give me a whole new name, man, Mark.
Come on in, look Puerto Rican, Judah. You might pass, bro.
We'll accept you.
No English. No English. Give me a bridge card. They're going to give me 5,000 racks. They have a whole new Social Security card.
Section 8.
Fuck it, y'all. Let's let somebody try this shit. Let's just go down to the border, see if we get through. You know what I'm saying? This shit is real, man.
Yeah, just fall in line with
they
everybody
catching
else,
terrorists
man.
at the border. They catching drug smugglers, child traffickers. All this is going on at the border.
Come on through, man.
Right, and then we got another pick. We got the UN diplomat rapes a girl and gets off due to immunity. So they can just come over to our country, these Africans, these Arabs, whoever, because they a UN diplomat, they can just rape and get off due to immunity.
Get back home safe.
This is real shit. They couldn't even try them. We had some, I think, some years before the COVID. We had some Arabs that was from Qatar or something over there in Birmingham doing spin outs, and the cops couldn't touch them. You probably don't remember that video. The cops couldn't even touch these Arabs. They like, man, back off. I mean, we got diplomatic immunity. You can't touch us. So, you know, this is real talk, man. These diplomats can come over here, rape, and won't even get tried. But you go over there to their countries and do some of that shit. Like Brittany Griner, shit. Look what happened to her. You gonna get the shit threw at you, books threw at you.
Torture.
But over here, you can do whatever. I'm diplomat. You can't touch me. Diplomatic immunity. Get away from me, cops. They can't touch these people. So, you know, that's about it, man. What else was popping, man? Right.
Bumping that dipset.
Right. Dipset. Niggas come over raping and killing, and you can't touch them. They go right back to their country. Because you already know in Africa, man, you got a lot of raping going on. Don't let them think ain't no raping going on. You know what I'm saying? The Boko Rahim motherfuckers. But, you know, I digress, man. What's popping with the bud of the week, man, Mizzle?
You got that foreign cut cookie. Y'all see that? Purple, grayish, a little bit of green in there. It's 28% THC level, and it's a hybrid.
Man, that shit look good.
Yeah, pretty good, man. Breakdown real good.
What's the THC on that motherfucker?
28.
28%.
Yeah. Nice.
I smell it over here.
Yeah. I call it like a purple Skittles and shit.
Right. How that shit smoking?
Smell good, man. Good. Laid back, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, game, sports.
Right. Blow
like,
some of that foreign cut.
No movie, you be like
out.
You want to, you know, you probably get bored with a movie, but you want something to have your mind. You can, like sports, you know, back and forth. It's an upwarder, you know.
Right. I took advantage of that movie night yesterday. $3 movies all day yesterday and shit.
So I heard there was a bunch of fights up there last night, and they shut it. They ain't doing it no more. It was a bunch of fights up there at the Fort Wyoming.
At the Magic, what was it?
It was all the theaters. We was way out in Farmington Hills.
Okay, it was all the theaters.
All the theaters.
It probably was a bunch of fights,
yeah,
though.
they just. I think that was at the Fort Wyoming, the drive-in.
Oh, the drive-in was doing that shit too. Yeah, because they had the $5 combo with the popping.
It was allegedly teenagers just getting dropped off up there. Just a crowd of people. It was just people up there with no car, just up there roaming around the lot. Right. So yeah, it was just a recipe for that kind of shit.
You already know Ford been like that, man. There's been shootings and fights.
For the most part.
I ain't been there in years, man.
Everybody got their gun on them and shit.
It was $3, so you know you're gonna bring everybody out. That's why I took my ass to pharmacy.
Sneaking the whole trunk full of motherfuckers in there and just
alcohol, niggas smoking weed, got the drinks and shit.
The youngins.
I went early, man, to go see that movie Breaking. It was a pretty good movie, man. Breaking and you know, decent movie, but shit, yeah, they had large popcorns for $3. The biggest drink you can get was $2. So $5 and then $3 to get in. So you couldn't beat that.
Yeah, that's cheap. That's cheap.
You can see anything all day. What's going on? So just hell yeah, I took advantage of that shit. But shit, I'm staying far away from shit like that. Fort Wyoming, I know the nighttime was off the hook.
Yeah, man.
But you know, I digress. What else we got popping, man? Mark, what's you got this thing coming on the 24th?
Oh yeah, man. We got the Podathon, the podcast marathon, man. This is really just like the end of the year, 15-year anniversary, right? For 7 Mile Radio. We know we still celebrating the 15-year anniversary. We came in the year with the first 15-year anniversary celebration, which was actually the month of the inception, the start of 7 Mile Radio, which was May, and we launched a news van in May of this month. So
Right.
now we have the end of the year celebration. And now, not only is it a 15-year celebration, but y'all know in October, 7 Mile Radio has an exhibit going up in the Detroit Historic Museum.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I think I heard something about it, but no, I didn't.
Clap it up on that one.
Yeah, man. Detroit.
At the museum.
Detroit Historic Museum. We're having an exhibit displayed on October the 9th. Right, at the Detroit Historic Museum. We were honored last month as a part of the Detroit Hustle Project, right, which is a project that features Detroit entrepreneurs who has made an impact in the city with their business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I seen that they was doing downtown. You know. What I'm
so we got. We were actually an honoree of that. Out of 800 entrepreneurs, we were one of 36. Businesses that were selected to be featured in the Detroit Historic Museum.
So they're gonna do like a pick or something?
No, they coming to get artifacts, man. One of the mics that's gonna be in the display. We're gonna put Britney's jacket in there, and a lot of different items from the studio. Man. We're gonna have an actual exhibit in the studio in the museum, man. So that's probably what's gonna go on. We about to get some new equipment. You see that mic that Mizzle on right now? That's that buzzing that you hear. That's probably what we're gonna put. They're gonna put that broke mic in the museum. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna put that in the museum. But so that's the thing, man. We're gonna have
museum, baby.
We're gonna have a exhibit up there. It's a celebration for that. You know what I'm saying? Let me put the flyer up there on the wall for these people up there so they watching. It is actually September the 24th at Say Detroit Place Center right here on 7th and Van Dyke. We'll be broadcasting live, outdoor, our first outdoor event where we broadcast like a remote location, a remote broadcast. We're gonna have, some of the shows out there broadcasting and streaming some guest speakers. It's actually a school supply drive as well. So if you want to donate to our school supply drive, there's the flyer for that on the screen. It's going on at the same time at the same place. We just got two different events going on. You know what I mean? So that's what that is. We got two different flyers for it. So we got the Podathon and the school supply drive going down September the 24th at Say Detroit Place Center on 7th and Van Dyke. Make sure it's a free event now. So make sure that y'all are there, and we're gonna rock out. We're gonna have some merchandise there, vendor spaces.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Let's get it.
Vendor spaces is available, man. So make sure that y'all go ahead and tap in with me if you are a business owner and you want to sell your products, promote your services or whatever. You know what I mean? We got 120 vendor spaces. You know what I'm saying? We got like 30 of them sold already. You know what I mean?
It's
we
going
got
down.
3 weeks left, so we got plenty of space available for the businesses that want to tap in and be a part of this event. You know what I'm saying? Fox 2 is going to be covering the event. We're going to have Jessica Dupnack out there from Fox 2, who's a reporter, is going to be on the panel of the Word on the Street podcast with me on the first hour of the marathon. And Fox 2 is coming out to cover it in the beginning. They'll be streaming, they'll be airing live. So it's going to be a real big event, you know what I'm saying?
That's
right,
cool, man.
Yeah, I'll
That's
be
cool,
down
man.
there.
We'll be there,
and I'm gonna be there for that 9th at the museum, man. You already know. We've been on for like 4 years. I think.
Y'all definitely gotta have y'all asses down there, and you gotta get a T-shirt because we're doing a photo shoot. I got a photographer coming down there, and everybody. So y'all pictures will be displayed down there in the museum as well. You know what I mean? Y'all
we've been this is the 4th year. We've been there since 2018 of August. So we've been with the station for 4 years. I think we're the longest, one of the longest running.
One of the longest,
on 7 Mile Radio. So it's 4 years.
I think y'all might be the longest one. Besides Detroit Stand Up, y'all are the longest one, and the Detroit Stand Up is the second longest running show right now.
Keep it going, man.
Right, so we're trying to go to that 5th year. You already know next year will be our 5th year anniversary, man. It's on 7 Mile Radio.
And then we'll be able to have an event, right? We can bring y'all out. We got the broadcast tent now. We got the mobile broadcast equipment. So now we can go ahead and have a hidden hand a podcast. A party, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let's do it live. You know
Let's do it. You already know, man.
Yeah, big things
we
to come,
appreciate,
y'all.
man,
Yeah,
Mark, for you giving us
man, I appreciate y'all for supporting this long, man. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do 7 Mile Radio. It's not just me. I'm just the dude to cut the damn equipment on and shit. Like, y'all are 7 Mile Radio, the audience, the listeners, the viewers.
Right.
Share, like the pages. You know what I'm saying? All of the people that's been supporting, sending donations and T-shirts and all of that. You know what I mean? Just spreading the word about 7 Mile Radio, word of mouth. Like, that's 7 Mile Radio. I'm just the dude who, cut the equipment on.
Yeah, Mark be saving swans and shit. Middle of the night with a bunch of white people. Like, this nigga saving swans. How the fuck did the swan get on the east side?
I don't know. Two of them.
It was hurt. Mark was on the scene, man, to the swan.
I don't know how that happened, man. I don't know.
So there's been some stories. Mark just be popping up, man. I be in the middle of the night. I be like, man, that nigga Mark is on all the drive.
Before the news, he covering all kinds of stories.
So you know, he been around, man. He's a huge contributor to the city, man. As far as the real news, you know what I'm saying. He don't be coming with the fake news. So you know what I'm saying. That's pretty much why we picked 7 Mile Radio, man, to do our broadcast, man. You know, so like I said, this is 4 years, man. We're working on 5, so let's keep it going.
I know it.
But other than that shit, anything else, y'all?
That's it, man. Hit your boy up, T Mizzle Great on Instagram.
Okay.
Shit, and I'll hit you back.
Right. Hit me up on Judo Woke Ace. You know, sending some of my videos is on that we can't put on here is on Instagram. If you got any questions or anything to ask me, just hit me up on Judo Woke Ace on Instagram, and you know, hit me in the box. So Mark, anything?
Nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure that y'all, I want everybody on Facebook to make sure that y'all update your follow settings on the 7 Mile update page.
Right.
So you get a notification when we go live. It's a lot of people that don't get notified when we go live on Facebook because I don't know what it is about. They updated the page.
They channel banning you, man.
Well, the thing about it is, like, the page is so old. They got all these new updated settings and things that they got that's new. And a lot of people are not set to those new settings. You know what I mean? Like the follow settings where you actually have to set your page to notify you when these pages go live.
I need to go back and check my settings.
Yeah, I'm gonna show y'all that when we get off the air. You know what I mean? So because I've been doing that across the whole network with everybody that got podcasts, and we seem to be getting a little bit more traction on the videos. You know what I mean? Because everybody getting a notification now.
Right.
So make sure that you update your follow settings on the 7 Mile update page. If you follow on Facebook, if you follow on YouTube, make sure you hit that notification bell so you can get notified when we go live. And other than that, man, I want to invite everybody out to the podcast marathon, man.
Yeah, I'll be out there the 24th. We also be down for that museum event too on the 9th. So you already know you can catch us. You know,
come support us, y'all.
Come support, man.
It's the first time that I announced the whole date of that on the air because I know a lot of people probably want to try to come down there, right?
Right.
But if you ain't got no 7 Mile Radio shirt, you will not be in.
Yeah,
the
don't
photo
just be
shoot.
popping up, man, with a polo on, man.
You will not be in. You can come, but you won't be in our photo shoot. I just want y'all to know that, like the photo shoot that we got on the website. Don't try to jump in and like you the only person with no shirt. Or let me get in. No, I'm not letting you in the photo shoot.
Nigga with a black tee on.
If you don't have a 7 Mile Radio shirt on, you will not be in the photo shoot.
Showing up with that new Kanye West
with that
shirt
black tee on and shit, Mark.
Right.
$5 black tee from the gas station and shit.
Right. So, man, I guess we'll see y'all next week. This is Judo Woke Ace.
T Mills are great.
We got Mark from 7 Mile, man. Peace.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.